So you guys know I love a new sewing machine and I really love beginners. So I've been looking high and low for a great priced beginner sewing machine that anybody can use and anybody can buy. This is the Elnita EC30. We have a great deal going on for Black Friday this week, so email the shop to find out more or join our Book of Faces group, the Quilted Cal Raymore. I'm going to run through some of the features because this machine is worth taking a look at. Some of the features and benefits of the EC30. Now, y'all know that we have the EC60. That's what I sew on all the time. The EC60 has 60 stitches. The EC30 has 30 stitches. The big difference between the two up here is that the EC60 has that snip button. So when you get done sewing, you hit the snip button and it cuts your thread. This machine does not. However, this machine does have speed control, which is a huge deal when you are trying to train or teach a beginner. Now, up here, it also has a single control for the stitch number, the stitch width, and the stitch length. And you change by hitting the mode button, and that'll easily put you through each one. On the stitch number, you look over here, and I will zoom you in by the power of our thingy here. You can see those, the stitch number, and you can use those numbers to switch between stitches. Now, for the most part, this machine has what we call utility stitches. It has a few little decorative looking stitches here too, but up here are all your utility stitches. So you have a straight stitch, you have a zigzag, you even have an overlocking, which is a pretty nice feature for a sewing machine of this price range. All right, so here's one other big difference. Here's your tension on this machine. There is no ability to change the tension of your foot. So on the EC60, there's a dial up here that we use to increase how hard the foot presses down on the fabric. So if I'm doing thicker fabric, I might adjust that. So it just doesn't have that on this machine. Another thing to notice on the EC30 is that this is plastic and not metal. Now this is metal, but this is not. So just another little feature difference that you might want to look at. So it does have start-stop mode. So if you're doing free motion, this would be super helpful. You just hit the start button and it will sew. It does have the back stitch. It does have the lock stitch. So if you're doing free motion or something where you need to lock that stitch in place at beginning, and it does have needle up, needle down. So if you're going to do pivots and corners, this is a great button to have on your sewing machine. All right, all the fun things. It has a buttonholer, so you can do an automatic buttonhole. There was a button for that or a stitch number for that as well. I just noticed it's plastic, so still works. Just a little note, these are plastic as compared to the other one. It comes with a zipper foot. It's a really nice heavy duty zipper foot. This is the same zipper foot that I have on my machine, and it comes with what's called an F foot. F foot is used for this machine. It's used for a lot of those extra decorative stitches. Gives you a little bit more space. It's a great foot to have, little extra needles. It comes with your key, 2 extra bobbins. It comes with the, I will tell you, I use my seam ripper from my sewing machine all the time, just because I can't find my other one. And then it does come with some thread holders that hook in up here where you put your thread in to keep it in place. And mine has a little janky, whatever that is, brush. One of the big differences is the EC60 comes with the 1/4-inch seam foot. I live and die by my 1/4-inch seam foot. So while I'm sewing on it today, I'm actually going to trade this out and sew with this. Here's the thing. You can buy these on Amazon for next to nothing. So you can always buy a 1/4-inch seam foot and use it. This is a low shank 1/4-inch seam foot, which basically means that your machine allows you to have that quick release. You can drop your foot on just like this, and you've got a new foot. All right, so before I take my first stitch, I'm going to check and see which stitch it's on. It's on number 1, which is our straight stitch. The stitch width is 2.5. It really doesn't matter because we're doing a straight stitch. My stitch length is 2.4. I'm going to bring it up to 3 just because I want to see how this stitches. All right, for my first stitches, I'm going to use my little Lori Holt scrap here, drop my foot, and we're going to see how this baby sews. I have to remember there's no snips, so you just pull it up to the side and snap it. It's not a bad stitch. Checking my tension to see how it is straight out of the box. Sometimes you gotta adjust it. I'm gonna test my back stitch now. So to back stitch, you have to hook this button here. So you hit the button, so you stitch forward, and then you hit the button, and it's going to stitch backwards for you. And as you let it go, it'll let it go. So then when you get to the other side, you do the same. You get close to the end, hit the button, and you just do it once. just like that.